Hey, it's Maria from Still Dreaming Homestead. I have been given so many tomatoes. This is part of them. I'll show you the rest. 3 more 5-gallon buckets. Beautiful, beautiful tomatoes. I have my work cut out for me. Okay, the first thing that I did was I got a lot of canning jars from out in the attic, so these have to get all put in and get washed. And then I have to get some more. This is much easier than when I was young, and everything had to be washed by hand. These were all washed, of course, before they were stored. I may not have to get more. This may be all it holds. Perfect. So this was 25 quarts. That'll be a good start. Step 1, done. Step 2, get something ready to drink. Cranberry juice sounds good to me. Let's try it. Refreshing. Okay. Okay, I think this is step 5. Could be wrong. Get the hair out of the way. Wash the hands. Dry the hands and begin the onions. This is going to be a very small amount compared to what I will be chopping. I like to keep my compost bucket right inside the sink. I hear Sky. She's crying. She doesn't know where she is. She'll figure it out. Oh, by the way, Sky's the name I gave to my new Siamese kitten. Okay. When I cut these, sorry, I just cut them like this. Little pieces, one way and another. There we go. These are a little strong, making my eyes water. Cores out of these ones. Cut cutting the core out just makes it simpler. I think that's probably all you need to see of that. Keep leaning against that washing machine. And I'm going to keep doing this. For the amount of tomatoes I have, I'm going to use about 20 onions. So I'll be back. When these ones are done, I'll be halfway there. Okay, half the onions are done. I'm putting in a pan that has just a little bit of water. I don't know if you can see this or not, but just a little bit of water in there. Mostly you can see steam. And begin to saute them in water. It smells good, but when I'm cutting them, it smells hot. 3/4 of the onions are now chopped. Last half of an onion. Nice long wooden spoon. Take that off. Put a stir. That's a lot of onions. Really make the sauce taste good. Let's go to the next ingredient. Last year I grew so many bell peppers, beautiful bell peppers, and I dried them. This year no garden, but I have all these, so here we go. I think that's probably plenty because they will swell up. Okay, the next 2 ingredients I'm going to just blend up in my blender, but I'm going to tell you a little bit about them first. First one is going to be 2 cans of beets. I'm making a spaghetti sauce. I know lots of people, lots of people, they add food coloring and they add sugar to their sauce. I don't want to do that. This will make it a beautiful red. Then I also have some of my home canned mushrooms. These happen to be hedgehogs that my boys picked for me, but the pieces are bigger than I want. So I think I'm going to go ahead and throw them in too. Last one. These are about pint-sized jars. Now these held something else in it, and I'd like to show you something. So if you get jars that maybe, I'm not even sure what these had in it, mushrooms or could have had jelly, and they have this type of ring with the seal inside of it, you can reuse these. They work beautifully. You don't have to buy the jars, you never have to buy the lids. Let's blend these up. Kind of a chunky red mixture. Now let's put it in with our peppers and onions. This sauce is going to be so tasty. I've made this for years and years. My family loves it. Everybody actually that comes loves it. And I know that if you're not used to cooking without a recipe, this could make you really uncomfortable. It doesn't make me uncomfortable a bit. I'll turn this down to about 2.8. Show you the next thing. I'm only going to add 1 can, but it's going to be pureed pumpkin. This will add a lot of added nutrients. It will help make it thicker. Again, something makes it a little sweeter. Just a good product. I need a little bit more water in this. This is going to cook down for a long time. In fact, I probably won't even can this, maybe till the middle of the night or tomorrow even. That's perfect. Carrots. I'm just cutting them in large chunks. I don't peel them. I wash them. I don't peel them at all because I'm going to puree it. My friend gave me some nice yellow squash. I'm going to put a little bit of that in there too. See if you can see above this. Some water in here. You're probably laughing by now thinking, good grief, she hasn't done anything with the tomatoes, but I will. This needs to start first. Did not want to open. Beautiful, filled with carotene. And of course, carotene is where we get, our body switches it over to vitamin A. So let's get that in there. Here's stir this up. It's important to keep stirring. With all these great ingredients, you do not want it to scorch. Smells good. Here I have oregano. Yes. Oregano leaves, going to just put in a lot. I've got a lot of tomatoes to do. celery. I love celery. Celery gives everything kind of a fresh, clean taste. Basil. Oops. And parsley flakes. Now there's a lot of low acid foods in this, so I will be adding lemon juice to keep it safe. Again, we just keep stirring it. You can kind of see it's pretty in here. And I'm going to see if I have any minced garlic or if I need to use garlic powder. Garlic powder it is. So it's going to take quite a lot. I buy everything in bulk. Maybe not everything, but a lot of things in bulk. Let's get a little bit more there. And I bought a gallon of lemon juice. I'm down to a half a gallon. So I'm just going to pour in some of that. It's probably 3/4 of a cup, because I have to raise the acidity of this. But the sweetness will still be there with the other ingredients. Guess what? Time to start the tomatoes. I was giving these beautiful tomatoes this year by a friend who lives down the road. I go through a tremendous amount. And even though I call this a spaghetti sauce, it is really a multi-purpose sauce. It's good for making soups or anything. So I just give them a nice rinse. Oops, threw that one in. And I cut out any bad spots. And I'm just going to core them, because although I used to always blanch them and take off the skins, I personally think the skins are valuable and have a lot of nutrient in it. So I'm going to, right here, just put them in my blender. And the blender will just take good care of this. I'll probably show you one more, and then I'm sure you'll have the idea. So basically coring them. Oh, will my chickens be happy later. Super happy. That's the nice thing about living on a homestead or a little farm or a backyard. Things don't have to go to waste that normally would. And I know lots of times I've had people come over and even with just whatever they're eating, and then they will get too much and they'll go to put things in the garbage. I'm not very good at that. So I'm always saying, oh no, let's put that for the compost. Of course, if it's meat or something like that, I can go for the chickens, or for the dogs. It's going to take at least my 3 largest pans to get all this sauce mixed in. So I'm going to begin adding some of this basic mixture, which has been cooking nicely, into the other pans. really wish you could smell this. Okay, what it turned out to be was about 8 cups of this per pan. Cool. Okay, we'll get the first of the tomatoes pureed. That's it. And that's why I do it this way. A lot of liquid in this. It's a pretty color. I'll start each one of these with one of these, and then I'll just keep it going through. Second one. Ready? One more, I'll give them all a stir. Tomatoes are very juicy. So let's just give all these a nice little stir. Very nice. I'm going to just keep working on these tomatoes, but there's some other things I need to add too. I need to add salt and pepper. Okay, these are going to be gigantic, so I like to use pink Himalayan salt. Real salt would be a nice choice too. I just don't like to use refined salt. This contains a lot of nutrients. So I'm going to add about a tablespoon and a half, maybe 2 tablespoons to each of these because they're really, really big. There we go. And we're on to pepper. I almost grabbed the coarse pepper. We don't need the coarse pepper. And again, about 2 tablespoons. There we go. Ready for another stir. Okay, this video is plenty long. I will finish tomorrow, but I'll just kind of give you a quick overview. I'm going to try to simmer this most of the evening, and I will process it tomorrow. We'll process most of it in quart jars for 35 to 45 minutes. Well, I'm going to be cooking it so long. And then we'll see how many jars I get. So it's Maria from Still Dreaming Homestead. I want to pray blessings on you and yours, in your house, out of your house, in the day and the night. Whatever you do, keep dreaming. And if you have a chance to put up some foods this year, I suggest you do it. Bye-bye.